a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering under his belt. But he has also completed graduate work in energy policy and is on track to complete a master's by this time next year. Phillip was named a Truman Scholar in 2008, an honor only given to only 62 students nationwide in recognition of public service. He is a leader of our chapter of Engineers Without Borders, a sustainable development and aid organization. This year, he served as its president, and last year as a leader of a water pump project in Burkina Faso, West Africa. Phillip is a founding member of UMD for Clean Energy, a climate change awareness and advocacy group. He has played a role in no less than 6 similar organizations on campus, in addition to volunteering with the University Health Center, our crisis intervention hotline. As a Clark School student, Phillip has studied in Germany, China, Vietnam, and Cambodia. He also worked on an additional Engineers Without Borders project in Brazil, the Republic of Gambia, Guinea, Ghana, and Mali. He has performed internships at the Joint Global Change Research Institute, the U.S. Department of Energy, General Electric's Healthcare, and Constellation Energy, in addition to serving as a research assistant at NASA Goddard Space Flight Center. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Phillip M.
Thank you, Dr. Pines, for the introduction. Clearly, on some days I'm an engineer, and some days I'm not. Some days I'm a policy wonk, sometimes I'm an advocate, but I'm always a global citizen. Despite wearing all these different hats, I'm accused, of course, of speaking and writing like an engineer, which I don't think is such a bad thing. But people say that my words are too technical, that my thoughts, though precise, come at the expense of brevity. I'd like to talk today, therefore, about the need for communication, but also about our generational challenge. I may use some technical jargon, but I guess that's okay in the company of engineers. If I were talking to business majors, I might have to talk a little more slowly. Smaller words. So I'm comfortable in the presence of engineers and the presence of friends, because we practice the language of engineering so diligently together. We communicate with numbers, with special terminology derived from calculus. In material science and physics, we speak about algorithms and models, reference frames, boundary stress, and strain. Most of us had to make it through ridiculous classes like fluid mechanics and operating systems. Dr. Kiger, Dr. was responsible for some of that pain. Those who didn't make it through became these majors. These are traumatizing courses. We work through group projects. Late nights in the lab, we develop great new friendships, particularly with coffee and caffeine-loaded drinks. We deserve every bit of glory that comes from this commencement today. For goodness sake, we showed up at 9 a.m. And it's a day off. I mean, seriously. Take note, the business school's commencement is at 4 p.m. They're paying someone. So, along this line of technical jargon, I want to make one correction. Dr. Pines, I want this to be my contribution to the Clark School. For short, nuclear. It's not nuclear. It's nuclear. Can everyone say it together? Nuclear. That works. All right. I'll let it pass. So we've learned a lot of great things here at the Clark School. When I was a freshman, I thought a MOSFET was a small fuzzy animal. Until I found out that it was actually a metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistor. Duh. Yeah. It's very useful. So, but let's be truthful. Now as graduates, we use those kinds of words all the time. And we use them with pride. We've studied really hard to be that nerdy. I want to caution for a moment, though, against the sense of comfort that we feel amongst each other. Engineering inbreeding is okay. My girlfriend's an engineer. But we need to be able to communicate with those pesky businessmen, with the economists, with the artists, the mathematicians. We need to be able to communicate with the statisticians, the teachers, and the ecologists. At some point in our careers, we'll almost all certainly take on some of their hats in each of those groups as skills integrally important to solving global problems. What's important is that we, as innovative thinkers, as inventors of knowledge and ideas and technology, as teachers and policymakers, what's important is that we bridge the gap between what is technical and what is tangible. Our skills have never been more needed. We face immense problems, immense global problems. I said I'm a global citizen. I think that we all are. As we go out today, we need to begin thinking that way. I've visited places, as Dr. Hines mentioned, where thousands upon thousands of people live in the streets and in shanty houses made of metal straps. That was in Vietnam. And I've been to a place where 80% of the population, 80%, is under the age of 14. As a society been torn apart by genocide and war. That was in Cambodia. I've worked on an impoverished island, village, off the coast of Brazil, where the land is only inches above sea level, and our seas are rising because of climate change. I've seen starving children in the growing desert of West Africa, where the people are out of resources, but the population continues to climb. We are the stewards of our neighbors around the world, and we are the stewards of generations yet to come. So most of these problems are not technical. But technology can, of course, play a part in many of their solutions if it's used appropriately. The influence of technology can alter the course of history. Look at the Model T, look again at nuclear energy, both to kill and to create. I believe that how technology is used is going to be our choice. It's not their choice, it's ours. We're not a generation that will disown the impact of our designs. In a free society, building a bomb is not your job. It's never your job, it's your choice. And some of you today will go on to build bombs. John F. Kennedy in 1963 made a commencement speech at American University. He said that peace must be the rational end to rational men. Peace in our time, peace in all time. I cannot believe that the pursuit of peace can in any way exclude global equity and environmental sustainability in a world with such pressing needs as our own. Do not simply build a bomb. Make sure that bomb is seeking peace. And if you drill for oil, seek how we will drive the world tomorrow, not just our cars today. Seek not to indulge those who have much, but seek to satisfy those who have little. Use your skills to answer the need for global change. And when we take the charge, we're going to fight for patents. We're going to fight for copyrights. We'll fight for papers and ideas. We'll fight for rights, equity, and peace. We'll fight against cancer. Fight against climate change, AIDS, and age. Some of us will fight for a forest that will never be saved, for a child that will not survive. But it's our responsibility, it's our curse, it's our challenge to fight regardless. As we push the technical boundaries of engineering and the social boundaries of all that engineers can accomplish as leaders of thought in a new world of need. Some would say that commencement is the beginning, but I believe that we started 4 years ago. All those big words that we tried to learn, all that caffeine, all those late nights, the hard work will all pay off as it leads us towards an end so much bigger than ourselves. What an exciting time to go out and make change in the world. Congratulations and good luck.